When I hear the name Edgar Wright, I'm thinking, oh, this the boy that wrote Ant-Man and then abandoned it. Then I'm like, oh, this the dude that made Scott Pilgrim. So I'm gonna get a movie that's hot fire.
What's going on, everybody? This your boy King Jerm, one half of Pod and Saved Our Marriage. Each and every Friday, Queen Jerm and myself drop an episode to show the people how Pod and Saved Our Marriage. Now, we're not like most married couples. Most of the time we disagree, but that's the beauty of the show. So, when you get through listening to Sparrows on the Review, come give us a listen. Each and every Friday on any DSP, go look for Pod and Saved Our Marriage.
Welcome to Sparrows Under Review. I'm Stacey.
And I'm JR.
Today we're going to talk about Glen Powell again. I know we've talked about him a few times within this podcast.
Now, this movie is the second adaptation of the 1982 novel by Stephen King, The Running Man.
Have you seen the first one?
Yes.
The original? I didn't know it was a reboot. Is it the same thing, or is it kind of similar but
different because of technology and everything.
Okay.
And I think the storytelling in this was way better.
Okay. So I do have a serious, hard-hitting question before we even start this episode. Any further. You know how I love to keep the box office and budget until the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
All you all should know that by now too. But I want to jump into that real fast.
Okay.
I want to go back to the first movie.
Okay.
The one with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay.
The budget on that movie was $27 million.
Okay.
The box office on that movie was $38.1 million. Has that sunk into you yet?
This movie's a cult classic.
Okay. So that was kind of my thing. So obviously it didn't do great in theaters.
Right.
They made a profit, but do you know what in this first movie drew people in so much they would want to do another one?
It's a Stephen King novel.
Okay, is that basically why?
Yeah. And Stephen King stuff commands a lot because if you go go to the box office for the new one.
Okay. Budget, $110 million. Box office, 69.
Paramount likes to put money into movies that are going to tank.
Right.
But this movie, and I'm telling you this because I've watched the strategy of these people over at Paramount. This movie will live on in streaming infamy.
Right. I understand that. I don't know all the money making things behind all this, but me as a person that is investing money like this right now, if these were the numbers I'm looking at, I'm not going to make a new movie on this.
Right. It took a lot of persuading.
Okay.
Now, what I will say about this movie has Josh Brolin in it, William H. Macy, Glen Powell, Michael Cera. And Michael Cera is the one that in this one, he was the true star to me in this until his untimely death. But Michael Cera went hard in this movie. And my thing with Glen Powell, and I'm going to say this, and this is no disrespect to him, I know he's our hot action, and when I say hot, I'm talking about like he's the latest great thing out.
He's on fire right now.
He's on fire right now. He is the actor to put in any movie. This movie did not need to be made.
Right.
This movie, I'm going to tell you what.
Spencer's British?
Spencer?
Yeah, Denzel Ezra. He played Spencer James on All American.
Oh yeah, I didn't know.
I remembered seeing him in there.
Yeah, he was in that joint.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was on fire in that movie.
Yep.
Now, that's what the thing is. This movie was great with the supporting cast.
Yeah.
The supporting cast made this movie, but this was not Glen Powell's definite movie. So I'm going to tell y'all what happened to me here, and this is an honest mistake.
Huh?
I had the Running Man and the Roof Man mixed up.
Mm.
And I seen both posters and I didn't even look at the bottom, and I was like, oh, that's that Roof Man. I want to go see that. I actually wanted to go to the theater to see this, even though I can say that the Roof Man, and there's pictures of me with the Roof Man taken beside of it.
Mm-hmm.
I knew about the Roof Man, and then these two movies came out very close. Roof Man, we've actually covered it, and it's already been on the show.
Mm-hmm.
These movies came out fairly close. The thing about this one was released in November, and it was available. Hell, we watched it the 1st of December.
Yeah.
This was one movie that I knew that Paramount, I mean, I know now, not new, that Paramount had this set up to be a movie for the holidays.
Okay, yeah.
It's on streaming services now, Paramount Plus.
I mean, everybody has to put a movie out there that's not going to do as well as the others. And I feel like this was a good one to put out there because, like you said, it's one that they've done before, but they've changed it up to make more sense in today's age. And everybody loves watching the remakes of the Stephen King movies when they're on TV.
Right.
I feel like this could be a TNT movie.
Right. And it's a
Years
movie
down
that,
the road.
yeah, and it will last.
Mm-hmm.
So my problems with this movie, and this is something I normally don't do, but I want to do this year. The storytelling in this was horrible.
Yeah.
It did not make me want to come back to it. It actually made me skip releasing an episode because I could have done it right, or we could have done it right then and there when this came out after we watched it. This is a movie we sat on for 3 weeks.
Right. See, I feel like this is a common thing with Stephen King's books. He doesn't give a direct answer at the end, right?
Right.
Okay. Or no, that's M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan.
Is Stephen King like that, or does it sum up at the end?
It is summed up at the end.
Okay. I was getting those two confused because I feel like it didn't end.
And yeah, I didn't either. And one thing that I do want to throw in here, and I just want to like put this out there. Everybody knows the tie-in to Derry. And we know what goes on with It and It being his biggest franchise. And everything, when you do the map for Stephen King movies and books, it's a crazy thing. You should look it up on the internet. So I'll give it there to Stephen King there. But this is one of those movies that is controlled by the machine. This was made because the machine was like, hey, we can put this out there. We're going to make our money somewhere.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, maybe I missed something because here's the end of it basically right here on Wikipedia. Maybe we just missed the last part of it.
Okay, or,
Yeah. Because I don't want to read this to you and ruin it. But so just pay attention.
Yeah. So with this,
I enjoyed it.
Right. With this one, this is going to be a movie that, like, had you been sitting on a break, like when you have spring break, which there will be more movies by then out, this is a movie that you would catch because everybody's sitting around. This would have been something I would have played during the holiday with everybody sitting around. I'm like, yo, just that Running Man. But here's one thing that I can say about this movie. And I knew that this movie did not sit well because Stacey's dad, we tried to get him to watch it, and he did not watch it. He refused it.
Yeah, well, he's been busy lately.
But
building my sister's house and everything.
Hey, he stayed late up to watch Predator. That's
different. He's an Aliens and Predators movie.
Right. Well, we know that. But I mean, this movie, like I said, it did not have good character development. It had a lot of things that were missing.
Well, I mean, I think that was kind of the point. Because you don't get a lot of character development. You don't need a lot of character development in this because you have enough to know that he's in the low class of society, barely making money. He brings his daughter to work with him and essentially gets told to get fucked. And, they just have this ad running on TV and he just goes for it because he's got to support his family, take care of his kid that's sick.
Yeah.
So that's enough backstory. And I mean, to me, I feel like there is plenty opportunity to open up a new movie or a book to follow up with this in the beginning to find out how the Running Man started.
All right. I want to just say this to the people. If you're tying into the It series and the rest of the Stephen King stuff that is presented around Maine and everywhere else, this will be something that you'll put in your catalog and you'll get the Easter eggs from it. But if you have to watch anything by Stephen King or anything related, just go over to HBO Max.
Mhm.
There's a show that's quality that I will say, without a doubt, is probably one of the best things that has happened this year.
Okay.
Welcome to Derry.
I did enjoy that.
Yeah, and I mean the tie-in is in this
So
movie.
let's time out real fast. Let's talk about this critical response here,
Okay.
and then we'll jump into a little bit of Welcome to Derry. Okay? Is that okay? Because I'd like to talk to it for a few minutes. Talk about
Go
it.
ahead.
So let's see. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 63%. Let's see. Metacritics gave it a score of 56 out of 100. And then, so hear me out on this. So if you get a 56 out of 100, that's a 50% and an F, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me how Cinema Score gave it a B+.
Man, Cinema Score, I can't mess with y'all. Because how the fuck that shit, the original got a recommendation score of 58.
Right. But that's my thing. How did it only score 56? Like, how was it an F in their opinion?
Right.
Okay. Stephen King, who disliked the original film, praised the 2025 adaptation, calling it a bipartisan thrill ride. That is not a quote of Stacey. That is a quote of Wikipedia.
Or Stephen King. So yeah, I can run with that.
Okay.
Stephen King people, you'll definitely watch this.
Yes. So Welcome to Derry. You said this movie ties into Welcome to Derry?
Yeah.
How?
Because the character goes to Derry, Maine.
What character?
Ben.
How did I completely miss that? Where? Sorry, everybody. Does he do that often?
Yes, this is.
Oh, shoot.
So the thing I want to throw in here real quick, and this is for people that are not Stephen King part of the canon. And when I express canon, that means every part of his books to a certain degree all tie in together. It's based about his experience in that northeastern realm.
So it's not like saying that Welcome to Derry or It and The Running Man will ever cross universes. It
is the same universe, basically.
It's basically saying, hey, I'm the same author.
Yes.
So I'm going to include certain aspects, and those aspects will tie all of my stuff together. But it's not like you have to, it's not a sequels. They're not series, right?
Right. Let me see if I can get the map.
Made sense.
So, like, when you look at a physical map, like of his movies, like it tells you about how Salem's Lot, Cujo, The Shawshank Redemption, Dark Tower, how everything ties in together. Pet Cemetery, and Running Man. Where was Running Man? I don't see it on this one. The Institute, Dark Tower. I've already repeated that. We love Derry. Look, you can see Derry right there. Okay. It covers a lot of stuff, but it's a map of Maine, and it tells a lot of the Stephen King story. Okay. And this movie will show up on there. It has a piece, and like I said, the North Atlantic. His movies have tie-ins there. Nothing goes further than Pennsylvania, I think. Okay. But that's another story for another day.
But anyway, so Welcome to Derry. I don't know if we've talked about it in any of the episodes, but I highly recommend it. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I didn't pay attention in the beginning very well. And it was more of a, oh, he's got this plan. Let me just stay here. Let me play on my phone, do whatever I'm doing type of thing while you watched it. And then I started getting into it.
And I like the one thing that I liked about it. It welcomed to Derry for all of you people that have to want us to be correct about everything. Was this one thing? The two movies that coincide with it, minus a little bit from the original. Like, this was great storytelling. It gave me the backlog, the character development that I want from something.
Yes.
100%. If I put my character development stamp on there, it worked out for giving me who the clown entity monster is. And our son, he even tied in some stuff to us that he told us.
Right. He explained to you that it was an entity.
Yeah.
And you kind of learn that in this series.
Right. And you learn how it takes on the form of the clown, and why the clown, what it represents and who it is, and why it does what it does.
Right.
And it lets you know that it's a little bit more than a killing machine.
Right.
It's a hunter out there in them streets.
Yep. I'm excited for the next season because from the way I understood it, it keeps going back in the past each season.
Right.
So the next season we get will be further back than this time that he came up.
Okay.
So I feel like we'll get, if it is correct, like I said, this is just what I have seen and what I've heard. If it goes back to the next one, I wonder that should be where the clown started. Unless it's going further than that.
It would have to go further than that because it gives you the actual starting point and focal point of the clown during the series.
Right, but what I'm saying is, I think from what I saw, they had 3 seasons planned already. So if you take the newer movie, they were set. How often does he come back?
Every 27 years.
So let's just say here, 27 years before the movies was the start of Welcome to Derry. So 27s before that would be what we saw him going back and becoming the clown. So if that's what they're doing, hopefully we'll see how he became the clown. So I wonder what we'll get.
Right. So that's a series I will tell you to get into, something to dive into. Yep. It's between it and Peacemaker, those are things on HBO Max that are worth watching over there, in my opinion, beside the Studio Ghibli movies that are sitting over there.
Yep. And on that note, we want to thank everybody for tuning in and hanging in with us. If you don't mind and feel like helping out, leave us a comment down below and head on over to Facebook and give us a follow under Sparrows Under Review.